welcome to Laura's Pandora. Today I'm going to show you how to make a miniaturized little wagon. Pioneer wagon. So it's Pioneer Day coming up and I thought, oh, I want to make something really cutesy. And I went into my wood stash and I got a little 2x4 block and I thought that's the perfect size for the wagon I want to build. And then I had some sheets, very thin pieces of wood that I cut out the sides. Longer sides, of course, and some short sides for the front and the back. And I kind of tapered them out to create kind of the boat-like shape of the wagon. Then I screwed those sides in. Then I got a little block of wood and I cut it in half and then I drilled a hole through it a little bit larger than the dowel that I had, so that I could put a dowel through it and it could easily turn it. There was no kind of friction And so the next step was to cut the dowel short down to a little bit wider than the wagon size, so 2 of those. And then I purchased some wooden wheels that you can get for like toy. And this is going to be the center part of the wagon wheel. And I drilled in little holes that would fit some shish kebab sticks for the spokes of the wheel, the wagon wheel sort of thing. So I cut out those shish kebab wood sticks bigger than the outer wheel. And the outer wheel, I didn't want to cut out of wood or anything, so I just went into my pantry and found these sort of baby food lids were the perfect size for the outer wheel part. I had 4 of them, so I was able to use those, and I cut out the outside of the lid so that I could put in the wooden wheel and then the spokes of the shish kebabs that I had drilled holes for, and then the plastic circle sort of thing. So I cut those shish kebab wood spokes down and enough to fit in perfectly around that plastic lid. Hot glued it in, and then I also added some pretty stiff wiring into there just to give it some more structure and force sort of thing. Okay, so then the next thing I did was the loop part of the wagon. Now the loop part of the wagon, I cut out an edge to go all the way around the whole wagon base, and this edge was going to sandwich together the wire and hold the wire together. So I attached that wooden edge, and I first used some screws, and then I thought I'll just drill a hole and insert a dowel perfectly in there and glue that dowel in there. Okay, so just before I really tightened that edge together, I inserted the metal wiring to create that round wagon look. And some of them couldn't fit in because it was just already too sandwiched closed, so I drilled just a little hole so that that wire could fit in. Okay, so at this point I just kind of did some decoration with some thin kind of popsicle stick wood, cut the ends off and just hot glued all the way around the wagon to kind of give it some more texture look sort of thing. Then after that I stained it all. So I stained the base, all of the wood parts I stained with like a maple wood stain sort of thing. And then the plastic round wheel I painted black. So after I set that aside and let it dry, I put together the white canopy that goes over the wagon. So I cut out a piece of fabric much wider than the wagon, folded all the edges and sewed all the edges around. Then on the 2 wide ends I folded those in and I hand stitched a good inch into the fabric. So I folded, so that I could easily insert a rope, some jute rope, through those openings to create the gathering look on those two ends. Okay, so then I wrapped it over the wire, and I couldn't see the cute, like in wagons they have the cute like canopy where you can see where the wiring is. So how I fixed that kind of look is I started sewing the white canopy to the wiring. So I just started on one edge and I just sewed the white canopy to the wiring so that each wire can be visibly seen. Okay, so that is the end result of the wagon, and of course you need some sort of cool surrounding base for it. So I got a piece of wood, about the right size, plank of wood, started painting it. I wanted some trail, some bushes, some rocks, maybe a little stream sort of thing. So I just started painting brown, light brown, and a little bit of blue. Then I added the rocks, and I just went outside and gathered some rocks. Got some peat moss, some moss, and I just started hot gluing that down. Got some sand and used some Elmer glue to glue that sand stuff down. And that is how, let's see, and the grass. So I just got some raffia, green raffia, folded it in half, hot glued the fold, and inserted it down so it had that grass-like texture, whatever. And that is how I made this Pioneer wagon. And I hope this gives you some inspiration and some ideas of how it's pretty easy to make a wagon. Hey, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos like this.